NPC adjusts, its pump selling price, every other person will also selling at 600. That's a benchmark. Then let's take us to 700 and all of that. That's on one side. But on the other side, it's also to look at the reality and what has come up, in the last couple of months, and particularly, should I say, in December, we have Dangote Refinery has received about 4 shipments of crude oil from the NNPC. Okay. Port Harcourt Refinery is said to be up, facing test running, at the moment, and will start with about 60,000 barrels per day before going to its maximum output. Dangote Refinery is still waiting for more shipments to come so that they can also test on and begin to sell petroleum products, especially PMS, to people. So if we look at these realities, then we can say there is absolutely no way, PMS will get to 1,200. And if you check some of the costs that are associated with importing petroleum products, all of that will be eliminated when we're able to at least get substantial supply within the country. So the issue of looking for a badge to hire, to pay the badge, you pay insurance, you pay landing costs, you pay transshipment, you want to transfer from a mother vessel to a smaller vessel to be able to reach other parts of Nigeria and all of that. We'll be able to eliminate at least some substantial cost, from the cost of importing petroleum products. So you rather say maybe worst case scenario might be that there might be no difference when we start producing. And fortunately, in the international oil market, we've not had any major shift, in the price of crude oil, at least as far as the OPEC basket is concerned. So we've not had a major shift in terms of pricing. So I do not want to believe that PMS will get to 1,200. We're even expecting that with the associated cost of insurance, transportation, landing costs, demurrage, offloading, transferring from mother vessel to smaller vessel and all of that. If we remove all these costs, then we should be having a cheaper PMS in Nigeria, maybe going as low as maybe 400, 450 per liter. So these are the two sides, really. And for us who drive every day, we can only be cautious every time we drive for the road. Once we see a small queue, just make sure whatever amount of money is in your pocket, you buy something that can keep you running before the big one will come around. But I personally won't see PMS getting to 1,200. I don't think so.
All right. Well, tell me what you think. The numbers to call are 0817 923 0002. 0817 923 0003. We've talked about a Nollywood movie grossing 1 billion naira in box office. That movie is A Tribe Called Judah by Funke Akindele. And we've talked about NNPC's denial of reports of increased petrol price. If and when you call, please turn off your radio so we can have a smooth conversation. America Monday JP from Ahoda says the brotherly relationship between Rivers and Bayelsa. Well, we've not gotten there yet, but I'll take that message. Hello, good morning. Good morning. What's your name?
My name is Chris Oyemwang.
All right, please go ahead.
I greet your for giving us at least a hope. Nigeria is not going. They are not dealing on the reality on the ground. You always go after what will suit them. So if the Nigeria government are going on a reality on ground, there will be no way students will be paid when they are on holiday. Understand me? If they want to put the fuel on 1,002, we are here. I have told you earlier, what we have now is God. We don't have government.
No, we do have a government.
God, into our hands, we commit our spirit.
We do.
Thank you.
we do have a government. You might not be satisfied with the plans, policies, and projects of the government, but there is a government.
Certainly.
Yes, there's and onto our commit our spirit. Oh my! When the average Nigerian expresses hopelessness, it attempts to take part of the hope that you have. You want to lose a bit of yours, but no, that's not going to happen. I know that we have preached the good news of Igo Better for a long time, right? And if you wait for too long, you start to doubt it. But I believe it will. It just has to. One of the conversations we're going to have eventually in a couple of minutes, it's about the UK restriction on, and I was having conversations a couple of days ago on Let's Talk, and I talked about the Japa syndrome, how this is going to affect it. And if this would dissuade you from traveling, Mr. Ige, no, the people still want to go.
Yeah, people want to.
Still want to go.
I think just 2023, there's about 15 of my friends left for the United Kingdom, and one is just planning to leave, next week for the UK. It won't dissuade a lot of people, really. And some of us have just chosen, to stay back in Nigeria and salvage whatever we can salvage. All of us can leave this country. We just have to stay back. And for the rest of us that are here, we can only take more interest in politics. We've left politics for far too long. And I've agreed with a lot of people that 2023 election is one of the best elections we've had in Nigeria. A lot of people disagree. And I say, look, it's the first time in Nigeria's history that political parties, that candidates who never believed they will win election were elected into various houses of assembly or the National Assembly. We had a third party that came in strong and got candidates elected. In the National Assembly, we have 7 political parties that have candidates, in the National Assembly. We need to take more interest, in what happens, especially when we go to vote. I agree and admit, when people say, look, we voted in 2023, it didn't reflect our wish. I say, no, that shouldn't be a referral for us to stop. We need to get better. In 2027, let's get better. If you are not interested in who becomes the leader, then you complain and continue to complain. We need to be able to influence those who are elected into office. We need to get that right. So majority of the countries where we run to, of course, that the citizens take elections seriously and they're able to influence who should lead them. You can say in Nigeria, we come out to vote, but our votes don't count. People don't let it count. We are threatened and all of that. Let's not lose hope. 2027, God willing, will definitely be better. We can now turn out. We can now begin to determine. Remember, in the run-up to 2023 elections, Chinedu, I had come on your 1 or 2 or 3 times on your program, and I said, look, we have too much fixation on presidential election. You understand? There were other elections that were to take place in Nigeria. We had House of Assembly, House of Reps, Senate, Governor, and President. You understand? But Nigerians have too much fixation on who becomes Nigeria's president. Even till today, when you see a lot of Nigerians make so much argument, they talk about the federal government of Nigeria. And I laugh most times because 70% of Nigeria's problem has nothing to do with the federal government of Nigeria. A lot of people don't even know the name of their local government chairman. A lot of people don't even know who represents them in the assembly. The way we are tasking the federal government by asking them questions, how many governors do we ask those questions? Most people don't even know that their state governors receive money. As you are tasking the federal government, task your state governor. What is he doing to help the people? What programs and policies does he have to lift people out of poverty? It's not for the governor to come and in the festive season, he brings 1 billion naira and shares it to people and everybody's happy temporarily. That's just it. But what has the man brought to help you lift you out of poverty, to make things better for you? What questions do you ask of your local government chairman? In recent times, I'm very sure that the minimum any local government receives in Nigeria, minimum will probably be about 2 to 3 billion in a year. And how many people are asking their local government chairman, this money you are receiving, what is happening? What are you doing to agriculture? What are you doing to help lift the people out of poverty? What are your policies and programs? If the way we ask the federal government of Nigeria is the way we ask local government chairmen and governors, by 2027, we'll probably have improved their performance in terms of helping to lift people out of poverty and helping to make lives better for the people.
Let's take this call. Hello, good morning. Oh, my. All right, call back if you can. We are live on Facebook and Twitter. Apologies. It's difficult for me to call it X. But we are live on those platforms, so you can watch as you listen. You can also drop your comments on those platforms. Nkoi Kanke Udoaka says, on the Funke movie, Nigeria is not the giant of Africa. Nigerians are. Well, the people make the nation, so
the mass argument is that, look, we want a better country, but as citizens, we are not getting better. So how do you separate?
It's the people that make the country. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name?
This is Blessed from Malo.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, pertaining the fuel price that the people are talking about there, Let me tell you one thing. Our federal government told us that by December, Bayelsa State refinery, being Port Harcourt refinery, we started working. But unfortunately, they said they only put on test run. Test run means, I don't understand, when they want to do something, they change in English. It's not need of him to be sharing money to individual. All this money that we have been sharing during a state palliative for social people, palliative for social local government, palliative for social states, that's not what we needed. What we need is that if you can fix the refinery, every damn thing will come down. Every prices in the market will come down. Go to the market, my brother. You cannot carry little amount, go to the market, want to buy something for your family. And then when you are buying it, you thought that somebody collected money for you without giving what you bought. Are you getting me? So if they can reduce the price of fuel, fix all the refinery that we have, and a big modular refinery, it will create unemployment. It will create employment. Unemployment will reduce drastically. That's our own concern. We don't need of 25,000 vulnerable money to one family for individual home. It's not needed. That's what we needed in the country. Okay. What we need is give us movement of the democracy. Give us things that we needed. Put electricity in order. Let's go be okay. Insecurity will be past tense in Nigeria. That's what we need. Thank you very much, Blessed from Mango.
Well, thank you very much, Bless. But you must understand that a test run is like a trial run, right? It shows that something is in the process of eventually working. It is based on what happens with a test run that, it informs those behind the scene on the steps to take. So if there is a test run, I think that is a sign of good things to come. But again, I get the point you're making. Saying that they are changing the English with test run is just a part of the process.
It's part of the process.
To getting us to the point where it is fully functional. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Yeah, good morning. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
Yeah, good morning to the guest in the studio.
Yeah, good morning.
I just called to thank him because of the analysis he gave about most Nigerians thinking that it is only one government we have in this country. Because just like he said, 70% of our problem lies with the local and the state government. How can you have 774 local governments that are comatose? Just look at the tree. Where does the strength lie? In the roots. But every day it's just holding the federal government accountable for what's not working in Nigeria. And this other arms of government receive money. How can we go like that? It's not possible. So I think Nigerians should be holding accountable to that. If you just take a look at what happens in the U.S. In the locality, nobody will be telling you about Biden. He knows that he won't ask his councillor or the council chairman what's going wrong. Here we don't even care. Rather we praise them. And you see a local government chairman going to radio to announce how the governor have done well. And governor will tell you how the president have done well. Without me that they have a responsibility. I think we'll begin to change the narrative and hold these people accountable, because as far as I'm concerned, if all of them collectively do what they're supposed to do, I think this country will move.
Thank you very much. I completely agree with that. Good morning, Sam and Mr. Olaleko. This is a message on WhatsApp. I was enjoying the part of the show X-raying the movie called A Tribe Called Judah. Not until the story of NNPCL and their purported fuel price popped up to spoil my mood. Anyways, congratulations to Funke Akindele. She's a red gem. Government is talking about diversifying the economy. Nollywood is a fertile ground to invest. That way, unemployment will be ameliorated. Simply goodness from Malaka here. And now we are in the era of streaming services. There's a Netflix